All right, you guys, back in the office another day. Sorry for the really weird, harsh lighting, but it's actually kind of like gloomy out. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to be getting some rain, but I wanted to update you on the space and open a couple of things that I got for the office. I'm going to update you on the wallpaper situation. So your girl fudged up. You know how it be. When I unrolled the wallpaper, I unrolled it where the bottom of the paper was like going this way, but I cut it from the top. And then when I laid it out, I laid it like one on top of the other. But instead of saving the top one for last, I did the top one first and then went left to right. So not only did I cut it flipped, I then also put it up flipped. And it was a pain and I had to order more. So we didn't even get it to finish it. I'm going to show you what it looks like, but don't hate me, OCD world. Believe me, this is driving me just as much crazy as it's probably going to drive you crazy, but I'm leaving it. I am exhausted. I hate wallpaper, but like it's gonna look cute when it's done. So I'm trying to like accept it. The first two rows don't look too bad. Like they kind of blend okay. It's the second one that you can really see the difference. And I'm like, let me just show you. All right, so this is it zoomed in. The camera for some reason doesn't do a great job zoomed in, but I think you can probably tell where the disconnect is. Let me zoom you out. This is a little bit harder to notice, but you can still notice. And it's more noticeable in person. Obviously, when I go to like take pictures, like using this as a background, so now you can like really see. I'm gonna have to hold it like over here, so you can't really see. Because once you go over here, oh look, there's a seam. So it's, yeah. I'm hoping that I can correct that going forward, but because I had to get a whole new roll, and I'm gonna have to start over with a new row, lining it up from this point forward is probably gonna be even tougher, but it is what it is, and I'm letting it go. I'm choosing to let it go. Then we move over here. We got the curtains hanged up. Again, on camera, they look more of like a tealish jungle green, but they're actually a really nice like garden green, like a dark, like a deeper garden green. Think Wicked colors. I didn't purposely do that, I swear to God, y'all, but you know, it just happens to be a Wicked theme, I think, at this point. And it's funny because I went and bought a wax warmer on Amazon for like really cheap. I got it for like $10. It's like this cute little pink thing. But Scentsy has a Wicked one right now, and I'm almost like contemplating, do I buy the Wicked one? But it's really expensive. So, but the curtains are now up, and it looks really cute. And I moved my desk over here. This is the wax warmer that I got, so I'm gonna unbox this with you guys, and then we're gonna open the treadmill together, I think, too. I also ordered a different mat. I didn't order any Disney sticky paper yet. I want to look again at that stuff. But I did order a different mat for the planning desk. And I also ordered a new spinner holder for my markers. So I actually ordered two of them because I wanted to see what they looked like. So we'll see when those come in. Those come in tomorrow. And I'll probably you guys which one I end up picking. This is the little wax warmer I got. Oh no, what is that? But this is what it looks like, but it's a pink color. So this is the little cup. It's really simple. I didn't get anything fancy. I just don't know if I'm gonna like it. And this is what the bottom looks like. I don't know. It's okay. I don't love it. That's what it looks like. It matches the little vase I got for one of my plants from IKEA. So like that's cute. But I don't know, it's not me, you guys. I wanted something themed. And Scentsy only had Winnie the Pooh. And they did have a Lilo and Stitch one. I do not love Lilo and Stitch. Hot take, but it is not one of my favorite Disney movies. But it had like greens and pinks and blues in it, and I'm like, ooh, that might have gone. And then they had the Wicked one. I was trying to save money, but it's not doing anything for me. Stay tuned. Okay, this is the treadmill. Let's get her open. Success. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Lubricant. Just to show you guys, that's it behind my desk. So it's not massive, but it's bigger than I wanted it to be. But it'll be doable because then I can just push it this way, then pull it out this way and lay it down and just go to town. There she is, and there she shall stay. Also, one other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I was gonna put this together on camera, but my husband ended up putting it together without me knowing. But this is the cutie little planter rack that I got from IKEA, and the idea is for this one to go on the bottom like that. Super cute. And then this little guy right here to kind of hang like that. Kind of cute. I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit. Like maybe we'll like do it kind of like back like that. So it's on both sides. Like right, like that's actually pretty cute. So maybe we'll leave it like that for now, but look how cute that is, right? That is the progress update as of now. More wallpaper is coming first thing tomorrow morning. So hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, this wall will be done skis. And then we can move on to like actually hanging some cute stuff and putting up stuff and emptying out the rest of these boxes, because this monstrosity, I'm done looking at it and I'm ready for it to just be gone. All right, you guys, it is Friday and I am back in the office. We got the next roll of wallpaper, so that needs to get taken care of. And I also ended up buying 2 caddies for my markers. This is the bigger one and it's like a wooden one. The only thing I don't like about this is it has like multiple small sections. Then I also bought this one, but it ended up being way smaller than I thought it was gonna be. So even though the like areas are bigger, the container itself is smaller, so you guys can see like the comparison of the sizes here. This one and then this one. So I need to kind of play with it and figure out what I want to do, how I want to do this, which one works best. And then whichever one I like better for the desk over here for my main like markers and pens, I'll try and figure out what to use for the backup. Also, the white matte that I was possibly gonna try for my desk, that came in too. It's not white, it's that antique gray one that I showed you guys. That came in, so we're gonna look and see what that looks like. And yeah, we'll see what we get into from here.
Right, this is what I have in there so far, but I also have all my Tombos and my pens. I have one more idea before I move to the bigger one, just to see if it would work. So let's try one more option. Purple. This stinks. It's still the same. We'd have to do grays in the blue. No. You have to get rid of one. Success. We did it. Poor little pink one. I almost had it with the pink one, you guys. Almost. All right, there she is. What do you guys think? I think it's okay. Like, I think it's okay. That is where she is gonna go. I can fit these little guys in here too. Yes, look how cute. And we will find another use for this cutie patootie, probably with my coloring on my craft cart. So, yeah. Do I love the wood? No. I do think this would have looked way cuter, like, see, way cuter, way cuter. But we have to do, sometimes we have to pivot and do what works. And this is just what works. I took the matting out of the box that's for the antique gray color, and you can see the big difference. It's more of a tan, honestly, like a taupey color, than it is gray, and I'm not loving it. So I don't think we're gonna be using that. This is gonna have to go back. Also, update on the wallpaper. This one strip has been the death of me because little like air pockets keep showing up, and I keep rubbing them out and they keep reappearing. So I might end up having to cut like a little slit like in these spots to let the air out and then seal it back in. And I hate it because it's like, why couldn't it have been like down just a little bit lower? It's like right in the point of view. Let's unravel this. See if we can get at least one more sheet up before Dan gets home. She's done. You guys tell where the imperfections are? If not, what? I did a good job. She's crooked and it's piecemealed in certain spots, but she's done. This is what it looks like when you kind of like walk in. So that one piece is still killing me. We did what we had to do. Plus the wall itself is crooked, so that didn't help either, but it's done. On to the next thing. All right, so as I just showed you guys, the wall is up behind me. It is another day, and today is daybed day. I have Dan here with me helping me today. We're gonna put the bed
together. Or should I say I'm going to move things around and set things up while he puts the bed together. And then hopefully hang up some things on the wall, and then I can set up my computer. Finally. So let's go. Boy job. Just kidding. If you know, you know. Update. We have not made much progress.
We're still on the first bed.
This thing is a pain in the balls. Dan's back hurts. And it's just blah. So when we put it together the right way, but we put it together flipped with the back facing the front.
We bought furniture backwards. This should have been the last thing.
So
Should have bought the bed first.
we have to try and contort and turn in a very small confined space.
We might be able to do it.
Right, the bed is made. It does take up a good amount of space in this room. There is a part of me that wishes we had kept it in the back corner, but it's done, and we hung up my cute little picture from my mom. I think I'm gonna have to move this cube over here along this wall, so that way I can move this desk over this way a little bit more, so that way there is a little bit more space in this area. And then we'll see what that looks like, and hopefully I'm okay with it. But that is the status update as of right now. I told y'all, she a tiny room, but we're making it work. We're making it work. Okay, I am out of breath because I was literally just trying to move the bed to the corner by myself. Don't do that. This daybed is very heavy, and there is a small part of me that's regretting not getting the metal one because it wouldn't be so bulky and hard to move. However, this one, you know, is nicer. It has the drawers for Sky. So that was like the main reason why I bought this, for the extra storage underneath. I just wish that I had went with my original decision to put it up against that back wall over there, because then I could have moved the pillows like over here. So this might end up getting pushed back at some point, but for now we're just gonna leave it. The blankets and the pillows are on it. The next thing I need to do is move that that 9-piece cube to over here. So that's what we're gonna do now, and then I can finally move this over a little bit and unbox some more stuff. So let's get on with it because we need to finish this room and we need to finish this video.
mad nothing's working. So first I tried it over there, fail. Then I was like, oh, what if I like kitty corner it over here? I don't like that, and it also doesn't leave me enough room to move this down. So the only other place to put this thing is in the place that I don't want it. But I'm gonna have no choice because that's just where it's gonna work. So let's do it, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you what I've done. All right, so I've moved the cube over here. There is a small part of me that kind of wants to move it even more, but the problem is this needs a slot for the cord to be, and this is closed off, and that would be too far. So she's gotta stay there for now. I moved this over more, so now it's closer to this desk, which actually could be kind of nice because I could just whee, you know what I mean? I put my cart that we're gonna fill up in the corner here. I got my light hooked up, and then I put this back over there in that corner. And if I take a step back and stand in this corner and just pan, this is pretty much what it looks like. So I think this is probably as best as it's gonna be, and I just have to be okay with that for now. And I think for now I am okay with that. Like, I'm ready to just get the rest of these boxes undone, take care of this, and officially like finish setting things up. And we can hang our little pin wall. So I think we're gonna do our pin wall, unload some boxes, and then I will check back in with you guys when I'm done. I think that'll probably be it. I'll try and show me unboxing some more boxes and putting stuff away, like hanging the pin boards, filling in my hobby cart and stuff like that. And I'll try and show me unboxing and putting some things over here in the cube, but that's probably gonna be it. You're just gonna get mostly B-roll, and then I will come back in and show you the final result and wrap this video up, finally. Alright, you guys, it has been a few days since I came into this space. I am not feeling 100% today. I've got some weird thing going on, like under, like at the very top of my rib cage, right under my right side. So I'm not honestly sure how much I'm going to be able to get done, but I did take some medicine, and I'm at the point now where this room is just taking way too long. Things are getting forgotten about and not done, and I need to have this room finished in order to get back into my life. And so I've been trying to like piecemeal things and like do little bits at a time, but I am sick of looking at these boxes. So I think I'm going to change up my outlook on how I wanted to go about this and literally just
empty all the boxes and stack stuff on the floor. I know that sounds so stupid, but I'm thinking maybe if they're out of the boxes and I see it, it'll help motivate me to either A, keep going, or just finally like figure out where I want stuff and put stuff away. So we're gonna try this tactic and hopefully this works. Again, this little pain that I'm having over here is a little annoying, and it is sort of uncomfortable. So I don't know how like bending and lifting and twisting and moving is gonna do me. I'm hoping I can just push through it, but I probably should rest a little while and let the medicine kick in, but your girl is stubborn and I want to get this done. So here we go. The rest of the boxes are heavy. This is gonna suck. All right, you guys, I have officially gotten everything out of their boxes. Sorry, they're doing landscaping outside, but now I'm just trying to decide what I want to do next. This is the situation right now. Like, everything is laid out on the bed and then on the floor in front of me and in like one or two random other spots. I think ideally, I think what I need to do is unbox my iMac and set up my computer and my printer. Ideally, that's what I probably need to do, but genuinely I kind of want to just keep trucking away with these piles and placement, because I don't think I can focus on putting together the computer and the printer until everything else is organized where I need and want it to be. There's a lot of things I need to figure out where they're going to go because I don't have as much storage space. We are probably going to hang up one or two floating shelves, so I need to figure out what I want to put on those shelves as well. So I'm going to throw you guys back to some B-roll while I kind of just use my brain and do what it does and figure out where I want to put some stuff, and I will update you guys after.
All right, so I was literally about to start putting together my hobby cart, and I realized I cannot find any of my markers, like my coloring markers and pens, my really, really good expensive ones that my dad got me, and I'm kind of flipping out a little bit. I do have a box that I put together of the stuff that was in the garage of all of my old Etsy small business type things, some of the stuff that I saved. I am gonna go through those boxes right now. I wasn't planning on doing that today, but I'm kind of panicking because those markers are everything to me. I love those markers. Plus my dad got them for me, so they're kind of special. The only other thing I can think of is my daughter took them, but I don't think she did. So I'm kind of losing my mind, and now I'm hyper focused on finding these markers. So fingers crossed I find these things. This is going to really hurt my side, but I have to find these markers. Woo! Crisis averted. There was another box hiding in the closet labeled Dan and I coloring. And there they are, right there. Phew. Crisis averted. Thank you, Jesus. We found the markers. All right, let's build this hobby cart. I finished it. I was able to get my scrapbooking stuff, like my journaling, scrapbooking stuff into it too. So got all my colored pencils. This is where, once I buy more of these, those are gonna go. My mini coloring books, those are more markers too. And then we've got coloring books, Dan's, and then mine, and then my Arteza's, and then more journaling stuff. And then down at the very bottom is our little reading shelf, and I think it's so cute. We did it. I finished it. All right, time to see if I can fit all of my extra planners and things like that, and like extra storage needs into my other cart. I do have some space to put some things over there in that cube, but I want to see what I can get into this little cart first. So fingers crossed, because there's a lot. Okay, I turned the light on so you guys can see in the corner a little bit better. I know the lighting isn't good in my shadow and everything, but this is the extra storage cart. We've got my discs and like all my extra like covers and packs of paper, and there's a scrapbook down there and another journal. Those are down the bottom shelf. This is all of like extra notebooks and planners. It's from the Happy Planner and whatever, so those are there. These are like mini notes. And then here is my quote unquote current rotation, but these are ones that I'm not using consistently. So like these are planners that I reach into on an as needed basis currently, but I'm not using them in my everyday. These are a couple of Passion Planner notepads. There's a daily in there, as well as a to-do, a password book for when my computer is all set up, and another daily note, like a flip note sheet book, and then my work stuff for the travel agency. And then behind there are some planners that sometimes I reach into and pull out of and put into my regular planner. So that is the status update. We've got the hobby cart done, and we have the extra planner storage cart done. I got everything that I wanted to get on there with also room for some extra stuff, which is good because I have like this like massive sticker book here with some other stickers that I could probably throw on there, as well as what's over here, some more, I think those are some more mini notes. Yeah, so those will be able to go onto that cart as well, and I should be able to fit them no problem. And then anything extra as far as like loose new emos, cameras, cords, electronic type stuff. And then these planners are all old planners that are completed that I like to like look back on and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna try and put those in this cube system, maybe even put them in these little bins and then stick them in there. And then I will put a couple of figurines in there as well. So we are very slowly but surely getting there. I feel like I've made pretty good progress. It's just about 11:30, so we're coming up on lunchtime pretty soon. I'm gonna trickle away at a couple of more organizational things in here, and then we will take a break, and I will check back in with you guys later. I know I keep saying like hopefully this will be the last day of this video, but I feel like it's just been getting drawn out. Hopefully the very last thing to do in here is to hang some shelves and some pictures and artwork, and then we will be good to go. I would really love to have everything organized and the computer set up by the end of the day today. That is my goal. So fingers crossed. Yay! All right, y'all, it is much later in the day, but I am done. Literally the only thing left to do is give it a quick vacuum and hang up some shelves and some photos. But I think for the purposes of this video, we are good to end it here. I'm going to give you a quick tour and explain to you a quick overview as much as I possibly can about everything I did and kind of just recap. And then I will touch on a couple of things that I still want to do that I'll have left to do. The thing with these offices, especially for me, is they're never really complete. They will be as complete as they can be for wherever I am in that moment. And then as I evolve, as my job evolves, and my passions and all of those things, hobbies, the office evolves and the space evolves. And that's just kind of how I am and how this space is. My planning and workspaces have always been a showcase of my personality and my passions in my life and my hobbies and my loves and my job. So because those things are always ever changing, I feel like my office is always ever changing, but I love it because it showcases my personality and where I am in this era of my life. So I'm gonna flip you guys around and give you a quick final look through, and we'll finally end this. very long, but very long awaited video. Okay, right now I am standing at the entrance to the room. So when you're at the doorway, this is what you see. And I'm really happy with this. There's a couple of pieces that I'm waiting to come in, like my Scentsy is gonna go right here. My little wax warmer or wax melt is gonna go there. And then I also, you can see the walls are still pretty blank, except for those two walls over there. I'm waiting for some photos to go up over here, and I'll probably hang things up over here, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. But this is what you see when you look into it, and I think it's adorable. I really like it. The curtains kind of change colors depending on the time of day. Right now the sunlight is hitting this room just right, so it's making the curtains very green, like a very vivid green. But in the morning they're more of like a softer green, and then at night they almost look like a dark jungle green. So they kind of change colors throughout the day, which is kind of fun, which is why I went with the share curtain. Actually on the camera they probably look more of like a tealish jungle, but in person they look like a bright vivid grass green. Then you walk in, and right here on the right hand side you have that 9 cube shelf that I was driving myself crazy trying to figure out where to put it, what I wanted in it, how I wanted to use it. But I ended up figuring out how I wanted it for this space, and honestly this was the only spot for this. It just made the most sense, it fit the best here, and you know, it was one of those things where I was kind of forced to put it here, and now I kind of love it. The mirror and the light are from IKEA. This is my cute, I got this so many years ago, but I just love the look of it. And then this is a sign my mom had made for me many years ago when I first started this planning Disney YouTube journey. So I had to set that up right there. And then in this cube we have some hidden things in the bin. So we've got some printer and iPad stuff. In here is, actually I forgot, oh, letters, like envelopes and things like that. And then down there's all of my camera equipment and my extra camera. So that's what's in those 3 cubes. We've got the printer paper and like my drawing cardstock paper here, since the printer is kind of just living on the floor for now. I do not like this. However, when I thought about putting it up on the desk, I remembered that this goes up and down, and I was really worried about adding that extra weight to this desk. It's very heavy. It's a very old printer, and I just wasn't okay with that. So I finally just said, you know what? She's living on the floor for now. I don't print that often, and when I do, I can just get it from there. So until we find a better solution, the printer lives there. And then finally we have all of my planners, all of like my past planners. So these are favorites and minis. And then over here and over here you have my passion planners and my passion journals. And then down over here you have the rest of my happy planners, dating like certain dates. And then I also put in my adorable Ursula and my Tink. These are Miss Mindy creations. I absolutely love some of her stuff, so that lives there as well. Moving on, we have the desk, the infamous work desk. So this is basically my work area as far as travel agency, editing certain things, emails. Maybe one day when I hopefully have a remote job, this will be my home base. This moves up and down, and I have my walking pad treadmill in the back there, so that way when I am working here with it raised up, I can put my treadmill down and get some steps in. Future goals, y'all. Setting myself up for future goals, and I love it. We're here for it. Pretty much everything that I had set up on my previous space. Obviously this is a little bit different. I have the monitor right in the middle, but I love it. That's what I've wanted for a while now. So I've moved some of the pieces to the left. We still have some purple touches just because there were some things that I loved and I just didn't want to get rid of. So like my little Mickey head, this used to hold my Etsy business cards. Now it just kind of houses some tools and stuff for the desk area, and then some more tools in here in my little purple Minnie the Pooh honey pot. And we have my adorable little my little Salem crystal and flower shrine. I love it that I carried a little bit of that over into this space with some fun, cute, but fake plants. My little Eeyore new Remo is chilling over there. He's ready for his travel agency duties. And then on this side, we have a picture of my kids at Disney Springs, and then my little chip teacup with my pens and pencils in it, and then of course my headphones and a little area to put my drink when I'm working in the space. This is going to get hung up right over here, so that way when I'm sitting either here or here, I can just look right there and I will see the time. Hubby's gonna help with that. And then we have the organization cart that I stuck in the corner. It has, like I said, all of my planner, extra planner supplies, extra planner notebooks and planners, and then current, quote unquote, current rotations, things that I am using, but not necessarily on a daily basis. And I just stuck my papers that I sometimes use for photos, for planning and stuff like that, like flat lays. I just stuck that box there for now. That is this half of the room. And then of course we have my pin wall. So these originally were in my garage office space back in Rhode Island, and now they're in here, and I love it. They're so cute. I wish I had raised this one up just a little bit and then moved these up a little bit. I could have changed it, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna mess with it. We're just gonna leave it. It's not that bad. So this is one of those things where I kind of just let it go, but I love it. And there is still room to add pins in. So super cute. Glad to have that in this space as well. And then we're looking at the main wall here with the two windows and my planning desk. You guys are very familiar with this space. You've seen it many times. It's pretty similar to what it was before, but I did change it up a little bit. I had to move my flat lay camera recorder onto this piece, and it was there when we first moved into the Rhode Island house, and it served fine. So it's just gonna live there for now. It's the spot that made the most sense for it. I tried to hang it on the back windowsill, but it just wasn't working out. It was getting in the way of things, so your girl had to move it. But this is pretty much the same. We have my box stickers, my current daily and my current journal, my little mini that I take on our vacation sometimes, and then a bunch of extra stickers. This little pile here is actually gonna go onto a floating shelf once my husband's able to get it set up, as well as these pieces too. These are gonna go on a floating shelf as well. So these will not be staying here, obviously. However, everything else is. This is my candle that I got from Salem that I've been waiting to burn in this new space. I can't wait to finally light that before the summer is over. I feel like this is going to be a really beautiful August candle because it has notes of summer and then also notes of herbs and wet nature and things like that, kind of like fall vibes. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good candle for August. And then we have this little plant that I've had for forever. She's a little fake cutie. And then my nocturne matches that I recently picked up in Salem before we left. And this is new as well. This is just a bin of extra stickers and sticker books and things like that. And then some extra candles for when I am recording flat lay videos sometimes, like journalings and things like that. And then you can see, I guys already showed you guys the long-awaited marker caddy. It's perfect. It works great. And then the washi tape is always where it always has been. I just changed up the decorations a little bit, and my little washi index book is now with the washi, which makes sense, right? And then I kind of flipped some of this, and the light is now over here instead of over there because I need more light on this side now. Whereas in the Rhode Island house, I needed the light on that side. So we switched that to accommodate the new space. And yeah, pretty much everything else is the same. Nothing has changed. I am still deciding on a new backer for this, so stay tuned for new flat lays and a new backer. But for now, she is staying right there. And then I have another one of my little coasters for when I'm drinking and I'm planning over here. None of this has changed. This is the same as it was back in Rhode Island. Main three sticker book bins,
And then some more sticker books, wax melts are in there, and then some more stickers, and then just some like extra like random accessories, kind of like a junk drawer for the office. And then my mom's cross stitch that she made me when I was a baby in its new frame. I love it so much. It's like the perfect spot for that. I'm so happy to have that up. And then the teakwood plant stand with my 2 fake IKEA plants. I love them. They're so cute. And then the hobby cart I have now placed right there. And then the infamous wallpaper wall. Again, you can see that it's not seamless right here. It's just what it is. And I'm kind of trying to decide, do I want to put a photo right over that? I'm not sure if it's going to draw more attention to it or less attention to it, so I'm still deciding, but there will be some kind of like cute little frame photo wall situation going there. And then here is the daybed. And this does pull out into basically a king, and it takes up the whole space. Like this will have to move when it's open, but it is so cute. I can't wait to like read in here and set the ambiance and just kind of like relax in here. I can even like do some of my photo editing right here. And this is also going to double as my daughter's space, hence the mirror. So she has a mirror for when she's here. So I do plan on, you know, doing another photo wall situation. I just don't know what yet. I'm probably going to put up a couple of pictures of my daughter, like right over in this area or here, one or the other. And we'll just need to find like a nice, I don't know, something nice and big here that we can put up there in the future. But yeah, the only thing left is these are just like random photos and pictures that have to get hung and put into places where I want to get them hung up and all of that. So that will be moved out shortly, but that is it. And then the only other thing that I'm contemplating doing is making this my Mickey ear wall. I'm still trying to figure that out, but that will not be in this video. But just, you know, yeah. So that is it. I am thinking about getting one big picture to put right here too. Maybe a Wicked theme, just because it goes with the colors of the room and it will go with my Scentsy warmer, but we'll see. All in due time. So that is it, you guys. That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this setup video. I honestly have no idea how long it ended up being. Hopefully editing Jess worked her magic and it came out as best as it possibly could, and hopefully not too long, but I feel like I've been recording this video for years. I know it's only been like a week and a half, but it feels like years. So
please give it a thumbs up. I would really love it if you liked the video and just showed your support. And if you're new here, thank you so much for checking out the video. I would love it if you subscribed by hitting the subscribe button down below. Future planning and office and all of the things, hobby content will be recommencing soon. So just be patient with you guys. Stay tuned, but go ahead and subscribe if you want to see all of the cozy vibes along with some magically chaotic days living in Florida and going to the parks. So I love you all so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Happy planning and stay magical. Bye.